Smart Child Zone presents Adaptation. An adaptation is a trait that helps an organism stay alive in its environment. Adaptation in biology is the process by which a species becomes fitted to its environment. It is the result of natural selections acting upon heritable variation over several generations. Organisms are adapted to their environment in a great variety of ways, in their structure, physiology, and genetics. In their locomotion or dispersal, in their means of defense and attack, in their reproduction and development, and in other aspects. Which of the following are traits of an organism? Select all that apply. Sunshine is part of an organism's environment, but it is not a trait. It is not a way the organism looks or behaves. Oxygen is part of an organism's environment, but it is not a trait. It is not a way the organism looks or behaves. An organism's body parts, size, shape, and color are all examples of traits. The ways an organism moves, eats, and escapes from predators are all examples of traits. Mute swans eat plants that grow underwater or in mud. The shape of the mute swan's beak is adapted to filter through mud for food. The mute swan gathers muddy water in its beak and then pushes it out through gaps along the sides. Bits of food, such as plant roots, are left behind inside the swan's beak. Which of these birds' beak is also adapted to filter through mud? Look at the picture of the mute swan. The mute swan has a wide, flat beak. Its beak is adapted to filter through mud. Now look at each bird. Figure out which bird has a similar adaptation. You should notice the ringed teal has a wide, flat beak. Its beak is adapted to filter through mud. Malachite sunbirds live in the coastal and hilly areas of South Africa. The shape of the malachite sunbird's beak is adapted to get nectar out of long flowers. Which bird's beak is also adapted to get nectar out of long flowers? Sumatran orangutans live in the rainforests of Indonesia and Malaysia. Their limbs are adapted for climbing trees. Which animal's limbs are also adapted for climbing trees? Look at the picture of the Sumatran orangutan. It has long limbs with fingers and toes. Its limbs are adapted for climbing trees. Now look at each animal. Figure out which animal has a similar adaptation. The three-toed sloth has long limbs with fingers and toes. Its limbs are adapted for climbing trees. Arctic wolves live in the Canadian Arctic and Greenland. The Arctic wolf is adapted to be camouflaged in the snow. Which animal is also adapted to be camouflaged in the snow? Both this Arctic wolf and the polar bear has white fur covering its body. It is adapted to be camouflaged in the snow. Snowy owls live in the cold, snowy plains of the Arctic. The snowy owl's skin is adapted to help the animal survive in cold places. Which animal's skin is also adapted for survival in cold places? For more videos and other useful materials, visit us at www.smartchildzone.com/videos. Register your child and have access to our unlimited number of question and answer exercises. Visit www.smartchildzone.com.